Hello everybody and Merry Christmas! I know you're all going, where's the books, Emmy, where's the books? But I promise you there's going to be a massive review of my year in books closer to January 1st. But today I am going to enlighten you with some Australian stereotypes and Australian slang. As most of you probably already know, I am Australian. I am from Western Australia, which is nowhere near Sydney or Melbourne or Queensland. On the other side of the country, actually. No one ever comes here. It's quite sad, really. First Australian stereotype that almost everybody knows and relates Australia to is Vegemite. No, we do not eat it straight out of the jar, as that is absolutely disgusing. I mean, if you smell it, it's actually really strong. It has quite a strong taste too, but I actually do like it. I eat it on toast without butter because I personally think that's disgusting, but I eat just Vegemite on toast. I don't have it in anything else. We do not take entire spoonfuls and just eat it straight out of the jar. That is gross. Secondly, we do not ride kangaroos anywhere. We do not live in the 1800s, and I'm pretty sure people in the 1800s didn't even ride kangaroos anywhere. No one does that. They are actually really scary animals. If you go near one, it will probably kick you in the face. This is the truth. We are as kept up as in modern technology as America is, as England is, and no, we do not ride kangaroos at all. They can be part of our daily life. It depends on where we live. I mean, in the city, you do not see them unless you go to the zoo. I live in the bush, not exactly in the bush, but up in the country, in the hills, and you do have to be careful at night driving along the roads because there is a possibility that a kangaroo will jump out in front of you. But from a distance, they're friendly. Just don't touch them or go near them or intimidate them because they'll most likely intimidate you. Okay, so number 3 is grammar and pronunciation. Now, us Australians tend to shorten words. For example, nicknames, like my full name is Emerson, but since I was little, everyone calls me Emmy. There is not one person I know who calls me Emerson, except for when I get in trouble. We tend to also call people by their last names. Like, I would, for example, be like, hey, Jonesy, over here. That would signify that you're really good friends with them. Sort of a greeting also. Another word we tend to shorten is mosquitoes. I don't say mosquitoes, I say mozzie. Mozzie. The mozzies are annoying me. Also, McDonald's, Macca's. Macca's. This is a controversial term. Everyone seems to think that us Australians like to throw a shrimp on the barbie. But Barbie, we do use the word Barbie. I don't say barbecue very often. Also, the word Australia, okay? If I am talking really fast, which I tend to do sometimes, I say Australia. So you barely hear the os, but it's more like Australia. Australia. Australia Day. Also, you. How you going? I don't tend to say you. How are you going? How you going? Just a quick way for a greeting. Also, another thing lots of people have pointed out that us Australians do is our voices seem to go up as the sentence ends. I'm not sure, since I'm Australian and I can't exactly hear myself and have a good opinion, like a non-biased opinion on this, but I have heard, for example, how you going? My voice seems to go up at the end. We also drop the ends on words, so going comes to going, and running, swimming, swimming, going for a swim, going swimming. Fourthly, not all Australians wear thongs and singlets and those hats that come down with little corks like Paul Hogan and Crocodile Dundee. Now, it's alright if you're going to the beach or going to the pool or just staying and lounging around at home all day, but when you are going out for dinner, you don't wear thongs and singlets. You wear nice clothes like I'm wearing now. Another controversial topic is "G'day mate." Now, I have noticed that a lot of elderly people say this. I do not in particular say this myself. Maybe when I feel like saying it, I'll say it, but in normal conversation, it will not come up. Australians love sport. This is true. We are a very sporty country. I mean, the cricket team, football team, rugby. Do we even have rugby? I don't know. Volleyball, hockey. Myself are a massive cricket fan. I absolutely love cricket. It is like part of my everyday basis. And I don't think you will find a lot of Australians who don't follow sport, because the majority of them do. This is just my personal opinion, but from what I have experienced, a lot of Australians do love their sport. In Australia, everything you see is trying to kill you. This is mainly true. I have to agree with this one. Spiders, snakes, just everything. I do not touch the wildlife unless they look cuddly. I just do not have a thing for reptiles, insects, and arachnids. I do not have a thing for, cats are okay. Even kangaroos and koalas look like they're about to rip your face off. And they will do that. They will. Do not underestimate them. Swearing in Australia. I have noticed that a lot of people at my school do swear. I guess that is culture. People growing up learn off their parents and people around them. It's influenced. I myself do not swear a lot. But when I do, it won't be in a derogatory term. It'll be, I won't say. It's kind of like, struth, but I don't say struth. I say something else. Like, this is good. This is really, really good. I guess a lot of Australians do that. Us Australians do not wrestle crocodiles, contrary to popular belief. We are not Steve Irwin. We are not Paul Hogan. Steve Irwin was very brave, so was Paul Hogan. And Steve Irwin's dead now. Yeah, I don't think I'll be wrestling a crocodile ever in my life. I think I'll just stay in my room, thanks. Australian slang. I have heard a lot of people use these terms. I will tell you what I believe is the meaning. Okay, so here we go. She'll be right. I have noticed this is used a lot by elderly people. She'll be right. Mate, she'll be right. Do you want a bag for that? She'll be right. Means, I think, to be honest, it means don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. She'll be right. Sheila, or a bloke. Sheila's technically slang for a woman. And a bloke is, he's a top bloke. He's a good man. Sheila, I have noticed, is used a lot in names, in Australian names, but I haven't heard the word Sheila being used. Whoop whoop. She's gone out, whoop whoop. She's gone out in the middle of nowhere. True blue. You're a true Aussie. You are completely Australian. That is true blue. Dunny. No one uses this anymore. Maybe a few people do, but no one that I have ever met has ever used the word dunny, except for to make fun of Australians. Snags. A snag is a sausage. You will throw a snag on the barbie. Not a shrimp. We do not call shrimp. We call them prawns. We will throw a prawn on the barbie. I've never Barbie to prawn before. Let me tell you that. Tracky Dacks. They are tracksuit pants. They are very comfortable pants that you just lounge around at home in. Finally, I will talk about bogans. Now, bogans are people who swear a lot. Maybe it could be your typical, stereotypical version of an Aussie. Someone who drinks a lot, someone who smokes, someone who just swears and is derogatory all the time. I myself, I'm not one of those bogans. I have noticed that stereotypically they have mullets and ratties. If you do not know, then a ratty is pretty much just a thin stroke of hair down the back, and that is a rat's tail or a ratty. A mullet you probably know from the 80s, short at the front, long at the back, and is usually worn by men. A lot of people at my school have been wearing this type of hairstyle. I personally think it's quite gross. But yeah, it has become quite popular now. Now that is all from me, and I will be, as I said earlier, I will be doing a review of my year in books soon. So thank you for watching this today, and I hope you had a Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a Happy New Year.